Hey guys, it's Dan from BeAGameCharacter.com, and today we're going to talk about footwork, specifically footwork in combat, either martial arts related or some sort of weapon style or whatever. We just covered Riku actually on the blog, so we're going to touch a little bit on something we talked about there too, as well as just general approach to how you should stand and hold your posture in any kind of martial art. Now, of course, this goes to the disclaimer that I'm not actually teaching you martial arts over the internet. I don't believe that you can do that. You need to actually go and study somewhere. But if you are studying martial arts, this is a great little, addition to your actual study. So, first of all, in any kind of martial art, obviously you should have your weight up. All right. You want to be on live toes, not like way up like this. You want to be up in your, tiptoes. But you never want your weight like set back on your heels. Limits your mobility. Makes you very easy to push backwards or push over. It's very hard to move. You want to have your weight up on your toes, and you want to make sure that your weight is forward. Your body, you want your posture upright. Now, in most styles, when you're engaging in any kind of sparring, you generally turn a little bit sideways. Even in boxing or something like that, in American boxing, we tend to square up a little bit more because you don't have to worry about kicks and stuff like that. But Muay Thai, they'll set back a little bit here. That's Thai boxing. Anytime you're throwing kicks, you want to turn the body sideways a little bit so you can angle off shots, so you present a smaller target to whoever it is you're fighting, and you have more sideways mobility that way. Now, speaking of mobility, we are going to highlight what I call the combat glide. Okay, we talked about this in the character spotlight for Riku from Kingdom Hearts. All right, so what you want to do when you're moving around in any kind of sparring or combat situation, you don't want to walk. All right, you don't want to walk like this. Your normal pick up your feet. When you walk around in life, you're walking straight ahead. You lift your foot up and you catch yourself as you fall forward. That's how you walk. You offset your balance and you fall forward, and your foot catches you and propels you onward. It's very good economy of motion, very good for covering long distances. Not great for combat. It's very easy to predict where that foot's going to go. I'm a judoka. I study judo. If I see somebody stepping like this on a judo mat, the first thing I'm going to do is take their feet out from under them. It's very hard to maneuver or change direction once you started that motion. Once you start going forward, I'm just going forward now until I get there. So it's very easy to react and predict and telegraph. What you want to do instead when you want to move is we're here, we're up on our live toes, our body is upright, we have a good posture, and you want to push off with the opposite foot. All right, so instead of stepping over here with this foot when I want to go there, I want to push off with my back foot, just using my calf. All right, my calf right down here. I'm going to flex that toe, boom, and drive myself, and maybe push a little bit with my quads. But the thing that I don't want to do, I don't want to jump, okay? I want to glide. I want to keep my feet close to the ground. So if I need to, as I'm in mid-motion, I can very easily put this foot down and transfer my direction. If I pick this foot up, I'm not really able to do anything until it hits the ground again. If you're in the air, you can't move. And it's also much easier to see if I jump. But if I glide, my eye level doesn't change. My center of gravity doesn't change. My chest stays in generally the same area. And it's a lot harder for somebody to predict. If they're staring right at you, they're either looking at your eyes, or if they really know what they're doing, they're looking at the center of your balance, right here in your chest. They're looking there. It's a lot harder to see when somebody's moving if they stay level here. All right. If you bounce, easy to telegraph. If you slide, a lot harder to see. And that's what I like to call the combat glide. I'm sure there's plenty of other names for it, but the idea is launch off with the foot that you want to move away from. If you're moving away from your opponent, this front foot does the drive. This foot doesn't step. Your back foot doesn't step. Your front foot pushes back, and you glide back, forward and back. You can go side to side as well. But the idea is that you want to start the locomotion by driving with a foot, not by off-balancing yourself and leaning forward. You want to go boom, pop one way, pop the other way, stay close to the ground, stay mobile. If you watch anybody, any kind of professional fighters are any good at what they do, you watch as they move, they're very back and forth, they're very bouncy. They got a little movement. And as soon as they get going somewhere, they're gone. They launch with that foot. They don't just step, they push and drive. And they fly whatever direction they want. Now, of course, that's not flying like actually in, you get in Kingdom Hearts. I would love to be able to teach you how to double jump and throw your arms out and glide and then use a keyblade and smash apart some Heartless, whatever. But still, very applicable to any kind of martial arts experience you have, any kind of competition you're in that sense, and just a very simple motion. Try it back and forth. Give it a shot. Until next time, remember to live boldly, change the world, and continue to be awesome.